Hey everyone, this is a replay sent to me by one of the Hoperations group regulars, Sebazol11. He has solo queued in this game into Raptor Rescue when it was Operation of the Week. He is playing the premium Tier 6 German destroyer T-61, which is in general considered a pretty decent, if not really good, destroyer. Whether it's necessarily the best for scenarios and operations in general is something that I will leave for you to decide. I prefer myself the Soviet destroyers and clones, but that's neither here or there. One thing he does in this replay is definitely different from my usual strat, and something that there's actually a few people who do this. What he's going to proceed to do, if you look at the course he's taking right now, his procedure is to head straight for the second carrier, the Ryujo, on the one line. And I'm going to speed up a little bit. You'll see what I mean. You see, he's not even trying to check where the cruisers, the second wave, is, although it gets found out pretty quickly that they're in the north. And he doesn't pause to try and help take them out. Instead, he just sends some torpedoes and proceeds along his merry way. The objective being to take down the Ryujo as quick as possible. What his torps do is turn the Alba and stop it from taking its usual route, and it basically shows broadside to the normal group and turns it to make it go south of the island rather than north of the island, and also keeps the Kuma from proceeding south at its usual pace. And with unable to do anything now to the second wave of cruisers, he proceeds to keep going to go find the aircraft carrier. Gonna speed up a little bit. Now, if you notice, the midpoint is on its northern spot, so the destroyers are going to show up in the EF lines, and he's going to be basically stumbling on one of them. I don't know if he meant to actually find the destroyers or not, but having to fight two destroyers by himself may not do so well for him, because he's going to take a bit of damage from both firing at him, and he's obviously put up hydro in case torpedoes get fired at him. You can see he's down to about a third health now, but he is going to find his objective, which is the Ryujo, the aircraft carrier, once he rounds the island. Whether this is a strat that is advisable is not necessarily the best if you're solo queuing. If your teammates are completely incompetent, you would be better off trying to help and take down the current ships rather than going ahead and taking out a carrier, which can be taken care of later. Now, if you notice the spawns, Akuma, Alba approaching from the south, and 3 battleships. This is a central route. And if you don't know what I mean by central route, there's the southern route, by which I call it, which is a southern midpoint and a south exit. There's original route, which is the southern midpoint and a center exit. This is the central route, which is a northern midpoint and center exit. And then last of all, there's a north route, a northern midpoint and a north exit. And I've tried to show replays of all the different routes on my channel in various different ships if you want to browse. The biggest concern, of course, now that he is very low on health, so he has to be careful with what he's doing. Gonna speed up a little bit. Here, he's smoking up, so he stays undetected while he sends torpedoes at the battleships for some pretty easy damage. And he caused the Miyogi, I believe, to turn and slow down more than enough that he could send torpedoes at it. And that will sink the Miyogi once they reach him, the back Miyogi. And now he's going to proceed to get one objective done, which is to get in the exit area before the Raptor. Gonna speed up a little bit. And then we have his teammate in the Devonshire taking care of the Hosho. Now, one thing you may note, the Pensacola fired, and which shows the paper ship is there. And at this point, I'm pretty sure that it's completely random whether the paper ship spawns. And the paper ship will actually be important later. For now, he goes out to smoke Raptor into the exit, as there is still one more set of enemies possible, which is the teleport spawns. And obviously, to get himself repaired a little, there's the Furutaka, one of the teleport spawns, and it looks like in this game they're spawning one at a time rather than 2 together. Now, take note of his torpedo hits right now. He's at 11 recorded torpedo hits. And what's novel about this game is he gets a torpedo man. And no, it's not a bug. And you'll see why. Now, if you watch his torpedoes, I'm gonna pause it there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 8 torpedoes on the paper ship, and you need a total of 15 torpedoes to get Torpedo Man. And with the torpedoes that hit the paper ship, it goes up to 17 torpedoes. Whether this is actually supposed to happen and be counted towards the achievement or not, we don't know, but it's definitely interesting. That's pretty much it for the replay, as game's over, 5 stars. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.